I think I am so passionate about mediation because of the way it can transform behaviour for the future. It can address a conflict and move parties from a very difficult place in their lives to returning to and rebuilding a working relationship.
Thanks very much for coming in again.
Pleasure.
It was really fantastic working with you through that mediation.
So it has an
The speed
immediate
that we got
impact
solved it.
and can get parties back to work when they've been off sick. It can often leads to grievances being withdrawn because the conflict is resolved in this informal way. But more than that, it's what it does for the future. So the process of mediation often has quite longer lasting impact.
Sue herself, when she's spoken to me about this, she's your biggest fan, to be quite honest, because the change that she's had in her working environment is phenomenal.
There are different types of mediation, and the one that particularly connects for me is transformative mediation. So the process in which the focus and main aim is empowerment and recognition.
As I say, Sue's spoken about the change in her working environment within the whole team, not just in her direct manager, Trevor. But I've had other members of his team talking about how one of the chaps was saying he had a complaint from one of the suppliers, and in the past Trevor would have sort of said, get on with that and tell me when you've sorted it. But instead he was incredibly supportive, and the people skills that I think perhaps as an organisation we've not really shown. It's always been get on with it, get the job done. The change was fantastic, and the impact that's had within the organisation is something that I'd really like to replicate throughout the other teams.
I think for me, mediation is a hopeful process. It's that hope of not just a resolved conflict, which in its own right is a wonderful thing, but that hope of transformed relationships, really, and a way of being that can be more effective moving forward. So I suppose it's the coach in me that particularly responds to that process that can empower people and enable them to move forward in a more positive way.